Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, I got the stand done. Well, I got the bottom part of it. I got the metal part done and painted. It's all rust taken off of it. It's primed and painted. And I've got the walnut base and I've got it attached to it. So it's screwed down to the base. And then the piece of wood I'm putting across the top, I've got it over here drilled for the mounting holes. And I stained it. Since it's oak, I didn't have any walnut the same size as the base that I needed. I stained it with a walnut stain. And then right now I've got some satin polyurethane first coats on it. So I'll let it dry tonight and I'll give it a light sanding and hit it again tomorrow. But I got the gumball machine all apart. Got all the pieces and parts labeled off. And I'll give it there's some rough spots. The metal was kind of jacked up under the paint. And then some of it just, the paint I was using, I don't know, it was spitting out some chunks too. So I'm going to do some light sanding on it after it all dries. I just got done painting it all. Except for this piece of plastic on the inside. I'm just going to clean it off and leave it unpainted. It doesn't need to be painted, I don't think. And I got the base all sanded down and primed and painted red. And I still got, I ran into an issue with, I was talking about in the previous video, from the underneath side I was looking at it, I was going to cut the bottom part out, and I didn't think about it until I took it apart. I can't cut this whole center piece out and leave the mounting screws because it's got the stud the whole thing slides down on. So what I'm going to do is, since the money part is right here and it hits this little slide and drops down, hits that right there and drops down, I'm just going to cut this front part out right here so that it's still got 3 mounting holes, but when the coins come down they'll hit this and then just slide straight down in, and I'll still have the shelf or the drawer underneath the oak board I'm mounting this on. So, and the glass was pretty scratched up, and I did some wet sanding on it. I've got some 1200 and up to 2000 grit sandpaper. I was going to try to see if because on epoxy you can get it to gloss back up. I am going to try a little bit longer. I've got micro mesh that goes up to 15,000 grit. So, but if it doesn't work, if I can't get it back to clear, I've got a sheet of Lexan the same thickness, and I know it looks dirty, but it is. But it's got still got the plastic on it. I'd bought this for something else, and this was just some scrap I had left over. So if I can't get those cleaned out, I'll just cut out some new glass pieces for inside of it. But yeah, it's all painted red. It was blue if you've seen any other videos, but it's painted red. And so there, I'm just waiting on them to dry. I am gonna, like I said, there was little bumpies that's on there. They come out when I was spraying the paint. Part of it is the metal was kind of goofy. It had some bad spots in it, but those little bumps came out as I was spraying. And it's just this chrome metallic finish, but the nozzle's messed up or something, I don't know. So I'll do a light sanding on it, and before I put another coat on it, tomorrow I'm gonna buy a new can. That was, I don't know how old this is. I got it there's a discount store by where I live called Ollie's, and I went in there and got it from there, so I don't know how old it is. But so I'm gonna get a new can, but I was planning on giving this a light sanding and hitting it with another coat anyway, so that's all right. And so yeah, it's coming along. I'll have here in just a little bit, I'll sand it down, and this stuff dries pretty quick. I'll sand it down and show you guys Because the sanding, I'm probably not going to video the sanding because it's sanding. It's not the most thrilling thing in the world to watch. Not that my videos are anyways, but yeah, I'll get this cut out and I'll get this all sanded and painted again. When I get it all painted and I got a finish I'm happy with on it, I'll make one. I'll add to this video. I've got some editing software now, so I'm going to play around with it. And I'm not going to post this. By the time I post this video, I'm going to figure out how to put multiple videos together so that I don't have to keep doing the part 1, part 2. I've been playing with it a little bit. If you look, you know, the first video I played with it, I had my son, he was doing a funny walk, so I put some flatulent noises with it, just playing around with the app, or with the software, so. But, alright, yeah, I'm gonna say bye for now, but when I get this edited, when I say bye, it's just gonna edit into another video, so. But thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys after a bit. Alright, so earlier in the video I talked about getting all this stuff painted, and I had where I showed that I used this metallic finish chrome paint, and all of it had like little bumps in it and stuff, and I didn't like it. And I tried that paint on some other stuff too, off of camera, and it had little chunks coming out the nozzle. So I was gonna go get some more paint, but then I got to looking, and I found some, see where it's at, there it is. I found the hammered look paint that's kind of an off-white, and I did that. I sanded the bumps down of this from the chrome paint, so it's got a little bit of chrome under it, but I think that looks pretty cool. To me I like it anyways. But I painted all the pieces and parts with the hammered stuff. I think it looks pretty cool. Kind of almost gives it a little bit of a weathered look. And then I taped this all off and painted where the coins go down in. But I was going to show you, this is the part I actually lowered the value of this thing, but I didn't buy it to fix it up and sell it. I bought it for my daughter because she wanted one. But it's got oak top. I used stainless steel screws for the mounting screws because I'm not sure if she's going to put this on her porch or have it in the house. But I made a tray down here that's angled so that you know, the nickels, I cut the bottom out of this so she wouldn't have to take it all the way apart to get the nickels out of it. So now the nickels, and I cut it right here because where the coin falls down, it hits there every time, and it'll hit that and it'll slide down, and then her and the grandkids can get the nickels out of here. And I'm gonna put, you know, $1 or $2's worth of nickels in here whenever I take it over to her. But I got this mounted down. I'm gonna sand this down. Well, I used a Dremel to cut that out. I got a wheel for the Dremel I can take the sharp edges off of this. It won't matter because nobody will ever be in there, but you know, I'll go ahead and clean it up. But I've got this mounted down. I got this. I got the base on the stand. I got the stand all painted. And now I was going to start putting this thing together. So I'm going to flip the camera around so I can put this in the stand. And so there I am. All right, so let's put this in the holder here. Sorry about all the jiggling around. Let me lower this thing. Sorry about that. Only got one camera and one stand, so. All right, here we go. So there's the base. So I got this all painted red. Got it looking pretty good. It just slides on there. I mean, it's not a pain to take these apart to get the nickels out, but I just wanted to make it easier for her to not have to worry about pulling it apart every time. And then you've got the part here that goes on the chute, and it's beveled. It's smaller at the bottom than it is at the top, so it's got a certain way that it goes in. So that sets on there like that. Here's the little flapper lid. Got two little nubs on it, and there's grooves there for them to fit into. So that goes on there. And then on the lock assembly, you don't have to take these screws all the way out. They just kind of pinch this a little bit on this one. Others might be different. But the nickel, when you put a nickel in the front, in here, and you turn it, there's a spot right here where the nickel falls out of. And I've got that lined up to where it'll fall down in there where I want it to. So just slide this down in there. Okay. Take a little stubby screwdriver, and they don't have to be really tight. Just snug them up. And we'll pull that back off for a second. It's actually easier to get to the bottom ones with it off. Okay. Slide that on, and then put the nickel in. Let me get you over here for a sec. Let's see. Look at that, superb video quality. See, it fell right down in there where it's supposed to. So. And once I get more equipment and everything, this whole process will be a little better. I'm still new at trying to set stuff up, and plus I'm using a $10 Walmart ring stand. So, all right, so this is in. Now I got the base painted. Okay, and this little deal, it just comes out, and it's got teeth that mesh in with the teeth on this crank, and that just sits in there, spins around, and it's got these. You loosen these 3 screws, and you can adjust this over for the amount of product you want to be able to go down, because it preloads right here, and then as it turns, it dumps it in. So you can determine how much you want. I've got it set right in between, so it's the maximum amount that I can, because it's just little gumballs. It's not that big a deal. But that slides on, and it just latches down. And then there's an O-ring that fits in there. And on this one anyways, it's got grooves cut out for the mounting screws. And there's this little deflector plate so that all of them come forward to, when you put the gumballs in, they'll all roll forward. And it's just got 2 screws. Well, you know what, let me show you something here real quick. Sorry about being superbly prepared for this. I just thought that since I have that, I gotta grab my battery pack. Since I got the light here, I can kind of show you what I'm talking about with the, I forgot I had the light. But I can show you here. Sorry for the wonderful work. But when you put the nickel in, it turns that whole thing, and it drops down the next load of whatever product you have in there. This one's going to be gumballs. There we go. So now, take this gasket, put it on there, line up the mounting holes for it, and this, you know, the open part goes to the front. Put that on. And then this piece here, this piece goes on, and I got it all painted up. The solid goes towards the back. You slide it on, and course, I did that backwards. Hold on. Oh, the gasket broke. That's okay. For what it's being used for, it's not that big a deal. Actually, no. The gasket goes underneath. I mistold you. Sorry. There we go. This was back in the era where they didn't know what Phillips or square drive was, apparently. So everything is standard, which is fine, but sometimes it's kind of a pain if you're down in someplace. It's hard to get to and you can't hold the screw. Right. There we go. Got that piece on. Now, and it's gonna wobble like that because this stud here is what holds the whole thing down. All I have is the base mounted to this. So this is all, it's all designed to lift straight up. I was just trying to circumvent that with this for the nickels, so she didn't have to take it apart every time. Now, the windows in it, I took, and I'm so completely organized since I can't find stuff. Two of the glasses, the covers for here, they were so scratched up that I was gonna, on the other, earlier in the video I said something about cutting new ones out, but really they were just scratched up. So I did that paint on these to make them kind of halfway non-translucent, I guess. Just, you know, so you can see through them but not see a bunch of light through them. So I've got them mounted on the sides, and I'll have the clear one on the front as soon as I find it. I don't know where it went. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I had some other stuff in front of it. And I was going to order gumballs off Amazon to give this to her, but they weren't going to be here till Thursday, and today's Tuesday. So I looked. Walmart actually carries refills for gumball machines. So now see, I got the front where you can see through, and then the sides are just, you'll be able to see stuff, but you won't be able to see the actual gumballs. And then we got the top, and slide the top on it. Now the bolt, oops, if you turn it the right way. There we go. I think I said it earlier, but I don't have the key for it. You can buy this whole assembly and the key on eBay for like $10. And I might do that eventually, but for this one, since I'm not worried about the lock, I'm going to grind these down so they don't even move. And I'm just going to Dremel a straight line in that so you can use a screwdriver. But right now, just put it enough to where you can, you know, not have to worry about it falling off. But, you know, you just put the nickels in it and keep going. And it works good. All I gotta do is get throw some more nickels in there, cut the groove in this little top piece, and fill it up with gumballs and give it to her. So it's all done. Other than that, so I'm gonna switch it back to the back camera. So there it is, all done and restored. Like I said, other than the key on top, which I'm gonna modify that so you can just use a flat screwdriver. Eventually, I will order the new key thing for it, but she doesn't really need it since I've got the you know, the screwdriver thing would work fine for it. So, but hey, thanks for watching, everybody. When I get some gumballs in it, I'll wait to post this video till I go get some gumballs later today and some more nickels. And when I fill it with gumballs, I'll show it actually working and stuff. Since I got that editing software now, I'm going to try to play with it a little bit. So I appreciate you guys watching and liking and commenting and sharing. And if you're a person that restores these to sell them and you know, bring them back to factory and all that, don't get too mad at me. Like I said, I just bought this as a gift for my daughter and put it all together for her. And I don't know, she may not even like it when I get it done. I don't know. But if she don't like it, then I'll just unmount it from here and I'll just put a base under it so that, you know, she still has to take it apart to get to everything. But I think it looks pretty cool. I think it turned out, in my opinion, it turned out pretty good. I like the frosted look on the side. I don't know. I like that hammered look. It looks like you can hide stuff to me without like intentionally looking like you're trying to hide stuff. So, and it's not meant to be perfect. I mean, it's old enough that it used nickels. So it's going to have some issues, but the way I have it set up, it is unique and there's not another one on it. I would say, as far as I'm concerned, there's not another one like it on the planet as far as the total way it's all done. So, but yeah, I'm going to add the end in when I get the gumballs, and I'm going to try to mush them all together. But I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm getting close to 90 subscribers. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a little bit with the last part of the video. Hey everybody. Hey, I was going to end this video with showing you that the gumball machine works. And it does work. But when I went to Walmart, and all they had was a small sack of gumballs. So I just bought that small sack and I brought it home and tried it out. And earlier in the video I talked about having to adjust those little flappers for the amount of product you wanted to dispense. And I had to adjust them down because it was dumping, you know, 10 to 15 gumballs at a time. And so I dropped it down to where it does like 3, 4, 5, you know, and which is fine. And because they're pretty small gumballs. And I went to take my son to baseball practice, and I, you know, sat there during his practice. And when I got back, the foster kids and the grandkids and everybody had already blown through all the gumballs that were in there, which there wasn't many in there to start with. So it's, you know, it's not like they ate a bunch of them. There wasn't a whole. It was a very small packet of gumballs, and so I'm going to order some off Amazon. And when they come in, I'll make a quick video on showing it working. But for this, I'm just going to put a thumbnail on it, you know, on the video of it completed. I think it looks really good. I may have went a little overkill on the stand. My daughter really likes it, and because when I was telling her about it before I showed it to her, told her I went a little overkill on the stand, and if she didn't like it, you know, I could do something different with it. But you know, she said that she's gonna have to buy a stand anyways, so I made her one, and it looks nice, and it, you know, it's not all janky. I took time on it and put it together the right way, and I think it looks pretty good. So if you like this kind of video, I'm going to have more cooking videos coming up. I'm going to have some videos on framing, some framing and construction tips and things like that. And I got some other stuff out in the garage coming up. But if you have any suggestions for woodworking projects, and I've got some stuff in the works, I'm trying to get the supplies that I need for some of the projects I got coming up. I don't want to really say much about them right now because I don't know. Some of the stuff I need, I'm having trouble finding at a decent price. I can find this stuff, but you know, since I'm not making money on YouTube yet, and
I'm trying to do it good, but in the cheapest way I can right now, because this is all money coming out of my pocket trying to do this. So so if you don't mind, if you like and comment and share the video and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I'm almost up to 90. My next goal was 100, and I've got a video that talking about a couple of giveaways at 500 and 1,000 subscribers. So you can go back and watch that. But yeah, if you'd like and share and comment and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. If you leave comments, I read all of them and I answer all of them. The ones that are posed in a way that it's a question, I answer them. And even the ones that just leave a comment, I always try to get on there and at least thank them for watching the video and commenting. So, but I'm gonna get off here and end the video, and later I'll put I don't know if I'll do a YouTube short or something. It'll be a short video on the gumball machine working, because I'll order the gumballs tonight or tomorrow, so it'll be, Friday or Saturday before I get them in. So, but thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and everyone have a good day. Bye.